Lila had always been an outcast. From the moment she was born, people seemed to avoid her as if she were cursed. Even her own parents treated her like she was an inconvenience. As Lila grew older, she tried her best to fit in, to make friends and find love. But no matter how hard she tried, she always ended up alone and heartbroken. Then, when she was 18, she met the love of her life. His name was Ryan, and he was everything she had ever dreamed of. He was kind, funny, and he seemed to love her for who she was, flaws and all. For 8 years, Lila and Ryan were inseparable. They laughed, they cried, and they planned a future together. But one day, everything changed. Lila found out that Ryan had been cheating on her for months, and he didn't even have the decency to apologize. Lila was shattered. The one person she had ever trusted had betrayed her. For 2 years, Lila was lost in a haze of depression and despair. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, and she couldn't imagine a future without Ryan. But then, something strange happened. Lila met a man named James. He was kind, intelligent, and he seemed to genuinely care about her. They started out as friends, but soon, Lila found herself falling for him. James was different than anyone else she had ever met. He listened to her, he supported her, and he never judged her. With James by her side, Lila slowly began to rebuild her life. She went back to school, got her degree, and landed a job at a bank. She was finally starting to feel like maybe, just maybe, she could be happy again. But then, the nightmares started. At first, they were just fleeting images, glimpses of something dark and sinister lurking just beyond her consciousness. But then, they became more frequent, more vivid. In her nightmares, Lila was trapped in a dark and twisted version of reality. Ryan was there, taunting her, telling her that she was worthless and that no one would ever love her. And then, something even more terrifying appeared. It was a shadowy figure with glowing eyes and sharp claws, and it seemed to be stalking her every move. Lila tried to ignore the nightmares, but they kept coming back, night after night. And then, one day, something even more horrifying happened. Lila saw the shadowy figure in real life. It was standing in the corner of her bedroom, watching her with its glowing eyes. Lila tried to scream, but no sound came out. She was paralyzed with fear. And then, just as suddenly as it had appeared, the figure was gone. Lila was terrified. She didn't know what was happening to her. But then, she remembered something that James had told her. He had always believed in the power of positive thinking, and he had encouraged her to visualize herself overcoming her fears. So, Lila started to do just that. She would close her eyes and picture herself standing strong in the face of her fears. And slowly, the nightmares began to fade away. In the end, Lila learned that sometimes, the scariest things are the ones we create in our own minds. And with the help of James and her own inner strength, she was able to overcome her fears and lead a successful and happy life.